Never an easy day for Chelsea fans. There's like 10 reports about Jules Kounde, the Chelsea or Barcelona people. Let's get into today's video.
Hello guys, subscribe WorldWideChels.
Hi WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels. Subscribe to WorldWideChels. Thank you for your support.
Yes people, welcome to another Chelsea video, man. Keeping you guys up to date every single day, the latest Chelsea news. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I'm seeing reports left, right, centre. We're going to go through each one and see where we actually are with this Kounde, the Chelsea news or to Barcelona. And also discuss about the new contracts of Reece James, Mason Mount, and the actual problem at Chelsea in terms of offloading the old crop of players. So guys, as always, you want to support the channel, let's get this video to at least 500 likes. One click helps out the channel. Drop a like below, people. It is free. It's one click, like I said. Subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification, tune in daily, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Now obviously the channel has hit 28,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Nothing without you guys, but the aim is to hit 30,000 by the end of August. So help me get there, people, and come and join my journey. Now, Jules Kounde, what's going on with him? The most important update that I do want to give right now is that he has been speaking to Thomas Tuchel and he has been looking at properties in London. It doesn't mean that he hasn't been looking for properties, you know, around Barcelona as well, but we have been told by Ben Jacobs on a Twitter space with CFCPYS that he has been looking at properties as well. But it doesn't mean that he's definitely going to be joining Chelsea. That is how, you know, how much interest we have from the player. But as we know, Chelsea bidded around 50 to 55 million euros recently. It was rejected. Seville want close to 65 million euros. We're also hearing other reports saying that Jules Kounde would also wait to see Barcelona's bid before deciding whether he will join Chelsea if that's the only offer. So it kind of sounds like a Rafinha situation here again, people. It's very, very frustrating. I really hope we do not get into anything like that. So I got a couple of reports here. Chelsea are very close to an agreement with Seville for Jules Kounde. Deal could be done today. Barcelona have not made any offers, and this is coming from Seville pages. Now I said previously in my other videos that Seville sources have also said Barcelona have made no contact whatsoever. Obviously things have changed recently since then, but Chelsea are only the club that have actually put a bid in and said, look, give us that player. Obviously it's not enough. We had Fabrizio Romano come out saying that Seville have received a verbal proposal from Chelsea in the last 24 hours, 50 million euros plus add-ons. Currently, Seville wants 65 million for Jules Kounde. Kounde could be the new Rafinha story. Talks over personal terms and contract have been discussed with Barcelona. He would be keen on joining Xavi, who is also pushing, and that's coming from Fabrizio Romano as well. Italian reporters, unlike Barcelona, yet to lodge an official bid, Chelsea have submitted an offer around 55 million euros, which I've been talking about. Thomas Tuchel has given the go-ahead, while for Xavi he is a priority. Kounde is now waiting Seville to be satisfied. So we're just hearing different reports all the time. So Ben Jacobs, Jules Kounde will wait for Barcelona's offer before he and Seville make a choice over his future. Following Chelsea's agreement regarding personal terms, it's an open race. So in the open race, it's close to Chelsea, he's waiting for Barca, it's a Rafinha story, it's this, it's that. Where do we actually sit with this one, people? Which is very, very obviously frustrating. We know De Ligt should be joining Bayern Munich around 70 to 80 million euros. You know, we're talking about that fee that, you know, Chelsea should have put that in. But unfortunately, we didn't go for it, which is fine, because we're probably looking at Kimpembe and Kounde. So Kounde, for me, people, do you think it's going to be happening for Chelsea Football Club? Do you think we'll sign this guy? Let me know in the comments down below. I really don't want to get into another race with Barcelona. If we are, you know, that interested in the player, just give them the money that Seville want and get the player in. You know, we've agreed personal terms before last year. I don't know why Kounde wouldn't even want to go there. You know, he even chucked the ball at some of the players and got red carded. Why would you want to join Barcelona? It kind of screams Dani Alves rather as well, man. We were close to signing Dani Alves back in the days as well, and he went to Barcelona. He would have been the perfect right back for Chelsea Football Club as well. So that is where we are with Jules Kounde. Very, very frustrating times, but hopefully we can get there in the end. Now, what I do want to speak about is Chelsea are set to open contract talks with Reece James and Mason Mount after the summer transfer window closes. Two players definitely deserve a new contract. They've done really well at Chelsea Football Club since coming in. Mason Mount has improved in front of goals and assists, and helped us get top 4, definitely for sure. Without his top 4 goals, you know, we wouldn't be in a race. Basically, we'll be fighting for, you know, top 10 the way that Ronaldo saved United with like what 20 goals or whatever it was, but still couldn't get Champions League. So Mason Mount, you have to give him full credit. Maybe some people might say he wasn't player of the season for Chelsea, but the season before, everyone said that he needed to add goals and assists, and now he's added goals and assists. People are still not happy, saying that other players like Kovacic, Thiago Silva were better. Thiago Silva was out for quite a bit. Kovacic was in and out of the squad as well. Mason Mount was very consistent, so I kind of understand where it was coming from. I'm not saying that he had a perfect year or anything, but in terms of improvements that you guys wanted, he had given you that as well. Reece James, before injury, was phenomenal. He was scoring goals left, right, centre. He was assisting. He was setting up. He was doing everything. He was part of the goals. Him and Chilwell were running the flanks, and we were top of the league at the time. Maybe it might not have lasted that long because form sometimes dip and stuff, and you know, we ain't won the league in many years, and the players, you know, have to experience these things. But unfortunately, we had injuries, we had illnesses and stuff, and a lot of things were affected. But hopefully now things get better. You're speaking to Koulibaly. Are you ready? Koulibaly said, yes, we're ready. We want to win 100% trophies, and that is what we want at Chelsea Football Club, people. That is what we want. So look, Reece James, Mason Mount hopefully sign a new deal. They should be expecting a lot of money. You know, when you see players like Timo Werner and Marlon Son, a lot of wages, you know, obviously you're going to be asking for quite a lot. Timo Werner has been talking about how important it is that he gets game time, that he's part of the first team, that he wants to play every single game because of his World Cup chances. A lot of Chelsea fans saying, well, just leave then. Well, it's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that. As you can see with Ross Barkley, you know, your Keppers, your Mark Alonso's and all those guys, basically, that Mitchies and Kennedys, and some of you guys want some of these players in the squad. The current owners are very worried about why it's so difficult to get rid of these players and why no one actually wants them and stuff. So, you know, we can't even get rid of the deadwood before we even talk about some of these overpaid players, and it's a quite a worrying time for Chelsea fans for sure. You know, Broha wants first team football and is happy to leave for West Ham and get that first team football, which is quite of a concern as well, because, you know, we ain't got a recognised striker. He could have been playing more games. If he did better than Kai Havertz, he'll be playing every single game. So Thomas Tuchel has made it clear that he wants him to stay, but he has other plans. He's been pushing for that move out of the club, and it is what it is. You know, yesterday's video I said, you know, if youngsters want to leave, they want to leave. If they don't want to fight for the position and show what they're made of, then so be it. Chalobah was here. He was patient. He got his chances. He started really well. He fell off a bit. You know, you have to remember what happened to him in the cup final. I don't remember exactly what happened to him, but I remember he got stepped on his balls basically, and he had to get surgery at half time. He come back out, he still played proper Chelsea, and he still scored a bang of a penalty. So, you know, these are real leadership qualities of, you know, Chelsea players, youngsters, showing what they're capable of, and he's a true warrior. So my respect. I've said to you guys, it's always going to be high for Chalobah, but it needs to be at the highest from everyone, man, because he deserves a lot more credit for what he's been doing for Chelsea Football Club in the last 12 months. So I'm hoping Colwell and your Brohers take note of this, but, you know, if they want to leave, they want to leave, and it's part of Chelsea's fault. We've created such an amazing academy that all these guys that are breaking out are going to be expecting to get first team football, and they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. We still got players like Conor Gallagher, Ethan Ampadu, Billy Gilmour to go through, and then you got players like Broha, and you got Leo Colwell coming through and stuff like that. So we need to remember that we're going to be getting more youngsters approaching for more game time at Chelsea Football Club, and we're not going to be able to give that, because if we had that mindset, we would not be in the top 4 race, people. We would not be challenging for the title. Do you think Man City, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, well, I said Man City already, but you know what I mean, all the big clubs that challenging for the titles right now, do you think they let their youth players come out and say, oh, we want game time, or we're leaving? You better stay there and develop, mate, and go out on loan. That's what they say to you guys. So that is where we are with the youth people. It is a difficult time But hopefully Chelsea get rid of some of these players, man. Some of these are definitely need to leave. I don't know how. You know, people argue me saying I've got a silly take on terms of some of the youth players haven't been into the first team squad anymore. They've been dropped for the development squad. And I said, look, players like Kennedy, if they do well on loan and they show, maybe, just maybe, someone might come out for them and get them on the loan again or something, or buy them for cheap or something. You never know. You know, if they were good enough, previous managers would have been playing them. Our current manager will be playing them. Do not blame the manager for this, especially if you rep Tuchel. It just doesn't make sense. You're questioning why, you know, players like Barkley and Mitchell in the squad, but not the youngsters and stuff, and why they're not getting the first team football. You kind of need to understand the whole business aspect of it. We've got many years with these youngsters. They can get loans, they can get potential moves. The ones that are querying, like we've seen from Bowley and Clear Lake, they're very worried about offloading these players. They don't want to make a loss. They want to get rid of these players, people. So that is where we are with the latest Chelsea news. If you guys can, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. And I'll see you guys soon, man. Peace.